Hello, everyone. Hello again. My name is Anja Žibert, and I'm from Slovenia. I'm invited every month to this platform to share my experiences, my knowledge, my wisdoms about job seeking and yeah, about recruiting, about HR in general. So, what can I tell you about myself? Well, you are very welcome to visit my website www.freespirithc.com, which stands for freespirithumancapital.com. And if you don't have your LinkedIn profile, I really recommend that you get one, that you set up one, and you can connect with me also there. So, what I would like to share with you today is something about researching employers. Okay. There is, of course, a research before you start searching for job, for the opportunity, because first it's good that you know what exactly do you want to find. What exactly, where do you want to work? What do you want to do? Uh, in what way do you want to express yourself? So that's one part. And another one, which we will spend more time on it, it will be before your first interview. Okay. So maybe I look younger. I have 40 years. So I have quite a lot of experiences. I lived abroad. I lived in US. I lived in UK, which you can see my story. You can see in the first episode of this series. And yeah, I have quite a lot of experiences with job hunting in general, in different countries, in different ways. I embarrassed myself so many times, so I can share a lot of wisdoms. I failed, but I also learned a lot. So that's why I'm here today. And when we are talking about researching employers or researching companies or researching, in general, making a research of everything that you want to know, it's just gathering information, but not because you would like to impress someone on the other side. But just put yourself in this position, put yourself in this energy that you are empowering yourself. And more information you will have about the company, about the person that is sitting next to you, about, everything about their business, you will be more confident. It's not that, yeah, they will expect from you that you know something. But for example, you cannot know everything about their company. Okay. And one of the things that I'm also promoting among companies is, and also, among recruiters, among HR people, it's pre-screening interview call. So basically, what am I doing when I'm recruiting, when I'm talking to people, when I see an application, when when somebody is really interesting, of course, I connect to him, to her. And then at some point, I just call them. I book we schedule a pre-screening call, and I call them and I tell them everything that they need to know about the company, everything that they need to know about the culture. And then the next stage of the interview, it's actually the first interview, where they talk about job itself and working tasks. Okay. But since a lot of companies are not doing that, are not using pre-screening calls, I call it like energy fit calls. Yeah. I'm going to share with you some information, some guidelines, how you can empower yourself so you don't, find yourself in a very, I would say, like uncomfortable position or situation, that they would ask you something and you wouldn't know. Okay, so that's for intro. Let's go further. Okay, so first, where to look for a job? Let's start with some basics. Okay, I don't know who's watching this. I mean, you probably are like fresh graduates, or you are still studying, or you are like, struggling on a job market to find a job. Well, it's really, really interesting when you look at things from different perspective. Yeah. It's not that you are searching for a job. Okay. It's more that you are attracting. But you have to show yourself. Yeah, this is like also the one part of the first episode in previous month. So basically I was talking about personal energy brand and how to get how to put yourself out there. And this is the part where we talk like how to look for a job, how to gather information, how to empower yourself about situations. I mean about information, with information about job opportunities you can find offline and online. Yeah. And for example, here are a few sources. So you have newspapers, newsletters, flyers, job notice boards, recruitment agencies. For example, I used to work in a corporate recruitment agency. Now I have my own HR agency, but I'm not looking, I'm not, searching job opportunities for people, but I'm empowering them. How are they able to attract those opportunities in their life? So basically, you have a lot of different job sources, yeah, and fairs like this, because there are a lot of employers, I'm pretty sure, also involved in this project, and there are like industry events, and then current workplace, career centers. Most underrated job source are friends and family, because when somebody is looking for a job, they feel a little bit uncomfortable, especially like, I don't know, if they find themselves in situation, oh, I have to, yeah, I have to survive. I need a job. I need money, and they are really uncomfortable to ask for help. But it's not asking, you're not putting yourself in like submissive position if you're asking for information. It's your right to empower yourself with the right information. Okay. I just want to put this in different perspective, because asking for information, asking for help, it's your right. And I would say it's like super egoistic if you don't do that, you know because like when you are doing that, you are expanding, you're creating ripple effects, like you are expanding your awareness, you are expanding this quantum field of opportunities that can come, to you. But if you don't have that information, they cannot come to you, and you cannot, you cannot connect to them. And then professional network. Oh my God, LinkedIn. We're gonna talk about that, sometime in the future, but also today, because it's very, 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 very important to present yourself in a professional manner, who you are, on LinkedIn, because it's very strong network. And then you have like professional associations and stuff like that. And then online, so like I already mentioned, LinkedIn jobs, Facebook jobs, okay, Twitter, now it's X. Then you have company websites. Yeah, so basically when you see a job ad, I would recommend you, for example, to just check the company. And then you will see, like, if you click careers, or like we are looking for, or whatever, you will see, different job opportunities. So maybe, like with the job ad, when you see on some job board, or, on Facebook, on LinkedIn, or whatever, and then you see, oh my God, this company is really interesting. But, this is not exactly what I would like to do, but I still, like maybe they're going to recognize my value or whatever. And so sometimes, that can really backfire because it's really, really important that you gather all information. So I would really recommend you to go on their website and you check, open positions, and maybe you will find in those open positions, you will find opportunity that is, more suitable for you, and you will be a better fit. So basically, you will present yourself as the solution, not just someone, who is call it like spraying and praying. Yeah. So when you are spraying your energy around and basically you are praying, oh my God, I hope that somebody will notice me. Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't work like that. So this is one of the stuff that I would really like to emphasize. Okay, then you have, for example, what else? For example, on your, in your organization, school, university, whatever, there are probably a lot of opportunities as well. But it's very, very important, like I said, to get this information, to gather this information about everything. Okay, so these are some basic stuff. Let's see. What is the most important thing? Like for me, yeah, maybe in some in some other lists, like what you have to be aware of when you are doing your research before the interview. Like for some people, this is like, on the last, for example, in the last space, it's like the least important thing. Yeah. But for me, it's the most important thing. And what it's really, how can I say? Yeah, it's really important, of course, but also I would say, I mean, it's crucial. You save so much time. You save up so much energy when you are, just researching about company mission and company values. Okay, this is really, really crucial when you, for example, when you have your own values, you probably know what you are supporting, like if you are really I don't know, like sustainable person, like you support sustainability, you support, for example, I don't know, what ecological stuff, yeah, or you support yeah, human relations in general, or like heart-centered leadership, or yeah, there are so many ways you can support. Yeah, I mean, there are so many different topics that you can be into, like inclusion, diversity, whatever. There's really a lot of stuff. So basically, if that is not aligned with the company values, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. This you're gonna suffer as hell. Okay, just don't think, oh, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. No, it's not gonna be okay. If you find yourself somewhere and you have to be actively put in position that you are going against your values, and you're going against your soul, like your core values, and against your mission, you are going, first of all, you are going to suffer, like you are going to feel really, really bad. But then second of all, you're really harming your physical body, because everything is connected. And there are illnesses, I mean, like I said, I'm not sugarcoating it, because it is like that. And I'm very surprised when people are not putting a lot of attention, a lot of energy into this topic, because it's super important. So understanding the company mission and values. So where you can find this? Well, you can find this in their website, on their website. You can find it in social media to see, how they are communicating. You can find it. Okay, let me show you this. So first of all, company values, leadership values. When you will see, like, if you are following on social media, or if you're following on on LinkedIn is like the best platform for this. But if you're following like CEO, or middle management, or whatever, of that company on LinkedIn, and you will see how they are presenting themselves, how they are communicating, you will get, some insight, and you will get the feeling what the culture is there, like what kind of values are they're living. And these are also company values, because you know what, it's not really important when you walk into the company what is written on their walls. It's really not important. It's walking the talk. Okay, Because I've seen so many companies, I've seen so many organizations that when you walk in, like they're, on the walls everywhere, oh, they have on their hoodies, on their floor, whatever. So many nice values and, open communication and heart-centered leadership, blah, blah, blah. But then when you come in contact with the CEO or I don't know, like somebody like on this in C-level leadership, and you see that they are completely against, they are not living the values that they are promoting, that's a red flag. That's really not okay. So you will save yourself a lot of time, a lot of energy when you put, your effort in researching this. And this is what I wanted to show you as well. It's like not every place you fit is where you belong. Okay, like you can be there for short term. Like if you find yourself, oh my God, I need a job, I need I need money, I need to survive, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, you can go there, okay, and stay there. But it doesn't mean that you belong there. And you will feel that. If you don't belong there, you will not feel okay. If you belong there for a while, that can change always, you're gonna be feeling very good. So, okay, these are some stuff about values and mission. And then it's very important, like before the interview itself, that you review the company's products or services. Why? Why is that? Well, if you really want to work there, yeah, you will probably want to know what the hell are they doing. Yeah? So basically, if you have, for example, this a value, for greater good, if you have value, or like if it's really, really important that you contribute something to the society, and then, like their products or services are not really aligned with this, what you really want to do, and it doesn't matter if you are in a sales position or marketing or development or warehouse or whatever. When you are a part of the story in any kind of position, you are supporting the mission of this company. You are supporting the goals, the dreams of the founders of the company. Okay, so it's super important that you get information about their products or services. And like I said, I'm putting everything in different position, in different perspective, because it's not only about impressing them when you will go, to the interview, but it's because you want to empower yourself. A lot of people, they don't really see it from this perspective. Yeah, when company puts out a job ad, that means that they need a solution. Okay? They need a solution and they are waiting for solution to appear. Yeah? In a form of applicants, in a form of candidates. Okay? So when somebody out there is not presenting themselves as a solution, it's like, oh, wow, they are doing me a favor because they are offering me a job. It's not like that. It's they need a solution. They are asking for a solution. You are giving them an answer. Okay? But it is very important, of course, in what way you are presenting yourself. But just to make it clear, yeah, don't put yourself in submissive position. It's not about impressing them. In a way, it is, that it's not impressing them, but it's like exchanging the energy, exchanging the information. So you're like, okay, we are aligned. Okay, I see you as our potential solution. This is the goal. Okay, so it's not impressing them, it's just telling them who you really are and what you can do for them or with them. Okay, so review the company products or services. This is like one of the most important things. And let's go on. So industry and market position. Yeah, this is also pretty important. So if you're researching about the company, it's really cool to see if they are a leading firm, or they are like challenger, or a newcomer. I mean, that will tell you a lot about their challenges. That will tell you a lot about their, in a way, some like financial stability, and also the structure itself. If it's like leading firm, if it's like huge organization, then you will probably, yeah, you will have to deal with corporate environment. It's not 100% sure that it's going to be like that, but like bigger companies are, of course, more structured inside. In most of the companies, there are different ones as well, but in most of the companies. So when you research about industry and market position, you really empower yourself about the knowledge, about the position, in the like in broader sense. Like, where is this company? Okay, so what do they want to achieve? If they're a newcomer, of course, probably it's going to be sales, 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 revenue, revenue. Like one of the most, not one of the most, the most important thing, it's going to be, a revenue. So getting customers, generating revenue. And if it's leading firm, it maybe will be, launching new products, or stuff like that. So it's really important that you get this information, and you can get them on websites, on their websites, in public media, for example, and of course, ChatGPT. I'm gonna speak a little bit about that further on, but for now, let's see. Industry and market position is also very, very important. All right. So, recent news and developments. Okay. If there were like some launches, expansion, acquisitions, or other major announcement, this is also really important. Why? Because when you are talking to a person, from that company, you will be already you will be already positioning yourself as an expert. So, and that you are aware what is happening with them, because it's not only about the present moment when you're talking about this, but it's also about their future, or like their past. So the whole story. This is also really important when you are when you are, for example, talking to somebody, a job interview or whatever. It's really cool that this is conversation. It's not interrogation. So they're asking you stuff. They are bombarding you with questions, and you are just like answering. Like just in interrogation room. No, it's not like that. It should be a conversation. So you can mention something. Oh, I saw this article. So, what's the situation now? Or, oh, I saw that, you were acquired recently. What are your plans? Or, I saw an article about this. Is this true? This kind of stuff. So, more information you will have, more confident you will be in the whole process. More confident you will be in the whole conversation. Okay. Then, yeah, company culture and employee feedback. So basically, I already mentioned company culture, super important. Yeah. Employee feedback, even more important, because you can really, like, these days, you can really get a lot of information about the company itself. For example, insights into the company culture and employee satisfaction. But you'll have to be aware that not everything that anyone, posts on the internet, whether it's on forum, whether it's on social media or whatever, that this is true. I mean, it's probably true, but it can be really biased, because if you've been following me, or if you will start to follow me, you know that what I also promote is this paradigm, is this belief that we are creators of our own realities. Okay, and our reality is a reflection of our subconscious. Period. And everything, so our beliefs, our thoughts, our emotions, everything that we have inside, it's reflecting our reality. So if somebody find themselves in a company or in a relationship with the leader or whatever, like toxic working environment or toxic leadership or whatever, it's it doesn't have to be a general truth, okay? Because I met so many people that in companies, like one person is really getting along with the leader, and another person, like, they cannot stand each other. So it can be really biased, it can be really like subjective, and you have to create your own story. It's good that you gather information, but you cannot believe everything that is written on the internet, okay? And it doesn't matter if it's like super emotional or whatever. Just try to be objective, try to be, observer, just gather information, empower yourself, ask yourself, oh, do I think this is true? Or, is this something that is, relevant to me? And then accept this information if it's relevant for you. If it's not, just toss it away. But yeah, you can have a lot of information about the company like this. I mean, there are a lot of, especially in some forums or whatever, but you really have to, you really have to be careful about that. And I'm also encouraging candidates because I'm a career empowerment mentor. And when I'm talking to people who are preparing, themselves for interview, I ask them like, hey, just, I mean, I tell them like, just ask, like, when you will be talking to an HR person or CEO or whatever, just ask them, so would you be so kind, like, what was the reason that the previous person, that was in this job position, they left? Like, can you give me some insight? And yeah, what are relations, like, what is the climate or whatever, in the company in general? Like, these are the questions that it's your right to know. It's not something, I mean, companies are like, sometimes, they are hiding this information and they're like, sugarcoating everything. Sugarcoating, I don't know if you're familiar with this term, but it's like you have something that it doesn't really look, okay. And then you put some sugar on, and then, oh, it's so sweet, and then you give it away. But the thing is that there's so there's so much information out there, so much information. And like I said, you just have to be observer. But first of all, you have to empower yourself with the right information that they will serve you. And there's no right or wrong answer. There's not like stupid or, like, or right or wrong questions. You just have to ask. You just have to communicate. You have to have this information. Or, for example, there are a lot of options that you can connect to people who are already working there, and just ask them, like firsthand, like if they are still there, then, probably they will give you some good information as well. It's not only bad, but yeah, just try to be like, try to discern, like the information. Okay, so how can you do that? There is a way. I don't know if you're familiar with it, but for example, in Slovenia, it's not that popular as like a lot of companies. I'm not sure if, there a lot of companies are using it, but I know that there are some. And also people are looking for information. So Glassdoor, okay, Glassdoor is a website where you can find information about salaries, about company reviews, about insights, about, for example, about their culture. And in general, like, there are also like employer profiles. Huh? So you click on a company and you see their profile made by people who were working there or who are working there. Okay, it can be biased for sure. They can be, but it can be, one of the sources that you gather information. And I'm a huge advocate also for transparency. So, I mean, if something is bad in the company, or I'm not going to say bad, it's challenging. If they have challenges, in certain areas, I'm really I'm a huge advocate for transparency. So I really encourage them to show that, because that's the only way that they're gonna, find solution. That's the only way that they're gonna solve the problem, or the challenge or whatever. So if they will be hiding, then people will see what's going on sooner or later, and this approach can really backfire. So, okay, Glassdoor has been around since 2007, and yeah, it's really cool. I mean, I don't see chat at the moment. I will check the chat later. So if there are any questions, I will answer. Definitely, I will answer them later. But if you have, any like your experiences with Glassdoor or anything else that you would like to share, super. I can, you can write, I can read, so everybody can see or hear this information. Okay, so that's the Glassdoor. Then, yeah, the one of the also important things that you can focus on with your research is financial health of the company. And you have, for example, on the websites, there are a lot of companies that they have their financial reports, like annual financial reports, or you can go, in some databases. For example, in Slovenia, it's IPES. I don't know what is in Serbia or any other countries, but you can check, you can log in, and you can check what's the profit that they created, what's the maybe like annual loss or whatever. So you get a little bit of insight how financially stable this company is, because if they are, like in completely red numbers, yeah, that, it doesn't yeah, it doesn't necessarily mean that they're gonna go bankrupt, but you should be careful about this kind of stuff, because if you're looking for like long-term stability, long-term, security or whatever, and then a year later, or I don't know, a couple of months later, everything goes, down south. Yeah, it's not going to be okay. And I found myself in situations 3 times. I think it was 3 times. Yeah, 3 times. That company they went bankrupt. So I lost my job 3 times. 3 times. Yeah, so I can share some wisdom on that topic. So financial health. Yeah, and you can ask anybody, like you can ask, you're probably not going to see that on their website, because on their website it's going to be, ooh, all pretty, or roses and sunshine, promotion, employer brand, everything beautiful. But when you dive deep a little bit, and then you ask Google, you ask ChatGPT or whatever, then you can find some extra information about this. All right, then we have the interviewers, so the people. Before you go on job interview, because before you attend job interview, it's super cool that of course, that you are familiar with who are you going to talk to. Yeah, like this is really important information, yeah. And you can find that information on LinkedIn, or their sources such as X, so X Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, whatever. If you have a name and a surname of a person, then most probably they are on LinkedIn. If not, you can find it, somewhere else. But I have a few tricks that I would like to share with you, how to find these people. And it's cool, for example. Okay, let me share one story with you. Yeah, when I when it was what, I don't know, 2011, I think. In 2010, yeah, by the end of 2009, I came back from UK. And in 2010, I started looking for a job in Slovenia. So I think it was like 2010 or 2011. I'm not really sure about that now, but the thing was that when I started applying for jobs, I was like, yeah, everything, that I remotely fit, I will definitely apply. So I applied for one job that it was, I don't know, like, when you have a cinema, yeah, and then it's like for movie distribution, or like something. It was a position in this cinema distribution. It's a very, very specific position, and it was required to know Excel, and a lot of different stuff. And I was like, yeah, yeah, I'm gonna learn that. But also the thing is that I didn't know, I wasn't aware that my interviewer was Croatian. So back then, I mean, I'm not really good in Croatian language. I understand absolutely everything, but I don't know how to write. So when I appeared there, I don't even know why they, why they called me for an interview, but they did. Like I was, yeah, super excited. So I appeared there, and there was a Slovenian interviewer, and there was also a Croatian, like the CEO of this company, or like some, yeah, leadership position. She had leadership position, and it was in Croatian, and she was giving me tasks in Croatian language. And I was like, I felt completely stupid. Like, seriously, it was one of the worst experiences and job interviews that I ever had. Because, first of all, I definitely wasn't qualified for that job. And when I got some task or whatever, I was drawing circles and, sunshines and flowers, because like when I returned the paper, I was like, sorry, I had no, I had no clue. So of course I wasn't selected. But it was like, oh, it was yeah, it was very difficult. 1 hour, I felt violated, and I was really suffering. I felt really, really embarrassed. I felt really embarrassed because I didn't do this initial research. I wasn't really sure what they are doing. I wasn't really sure what is expected of me. I wasn't really sure, like who I'm gonna talk to. I was such a rookie, like seriously, oh my God. But these are the wisdoms that I can share with you now. So it's super important to know who you are talking to and what are you going to talk about. Yeah. Okay, so let's see. There's one trick that I would like to show. Okay, so this is my LinkedIn. So, that you can find people on LinkedIn. That was the purpose of this slide. But okay, let's see. Recruiter. I don't know if you are familiar with this page. It's super cool. It's like recruiting.net. So what you can do, yeah, you don't have to log in or anything. It's just like open source. So the thing is that you can find people on LinkedIn or Dribble or GitHub or Xing. Xing is another like professional network where you can where you can gather information, about these people. And what does it do? It's actually like when you put in, for example, country, job title, any keywords or whatever that you want, like when you click search, it's not going to open. There're going to be a list of people that will definitely be aligned with your, searching conditions. But it's not going to open in LinkedIn, but it's going to go open in Google. Yeah. So basically, you don't have to have LinkedIn profile to do this, but you can just, for example, go, country, Serbia, Slovenia, whatever, there are all the countries here. So Serbia and job title. If you are, I don't know, interviewing for sales representative in one company, then of course, probably, like the boss, it's going to be sales manager. And then you put the location and then, I don't know, the name of the company or whatever. And you can see this person on Google, yeah, on Google, and then you just click on it and you will see the profile, because you don't have to search on LinkedIn, yeah. There are so many other ways. It's called X-ray search. And I've been using this for quite a while, especially like when I'm gathering some, candidates for some position or whatever, and it's scanning the whole Google. So, and all the different networks that you can see up there. So, okay, recruiter, it's really, really cool. And yeah, you can gather information about, for example, you can go, there are many ways. I will not show it now, but if you go on LinkedIn, if you have a LinkedIn profile, yeah, you can go in LinkedIn, you can click on the company, company page, and then you have that people, and then you click on people, and then you have all the people that have LinkedIn profile and they are connected to this company. If you don't have that, you can use Recruiter. Okay, that means that you put in information, put in the company, and then job title, you can leave this blank or whatever. And you just, you click search, and everything is going to be listed in Google. You can try it, but it's super cool. So it's like a way around it. And it's completely free. That's also very important. Okay. So let's go on. Yeah, of course, like I already mentioned before, it's also important, to get information about your role in the company, about the position itself, because maybe it's going to come to you as a surprise, but a lot of companies, they have no idea what they're looking for. Some of the companies, they have clear idea what they're looking for, but otherwise, like job position itself, it's written in you probably saw that, yeah, in a Superman way. Yeah, we're looking for a Superman, we're looking for a superhuman, to I don't know, to combine four different experts with minimum amount of effort, and yeah, you are you are a multidimensional energy being with unlimited power to create, but you don't have to do that for for anyone else. So basically, you don't have to be a superhuman or like a slave or whatever, to somebody else. It's good that you are clear what they are looking for, and you can ask that. Of course, maybe you can send a mail to a person that you're gonna have interview with, and you just ask additional information or whatever. But before you get into this rabbit hole also in the interview, like when you will be talking to person, you just prepare the questions, like what exactly is your role in the company, how it will, I would ask this, for example, if you're talking to a person who is already working there, you just ask, how does your day look like? Yeah, how does your day look like? And you will have a clear picture what they're looking for. For example, if you are talking to a person who is doing similar job, or if you're gathering information about this position, if you will see the position like key account manager in a, I don't know, in a pharmaceutical company, what does that mean? Yeah. And then you can find the people who are in different companies who are doing similar position. How does their day look like? Okay, and yeah, it's super important as well to understand the company's clients or customers. Why? Well, because it's about network. Yeah, it's like if they are, how can I say? It's like everything. We are all connected. Yeah, and maybe you are also the client or the customer. In some, I'm not gonna say direct, but like in very indirect way, you can be a client or a customer of this company, and that's also information that can be beneficial to you. In terms of a job interview. Okay, let's go on. What we have. Okay, company culture. Yeah. I think I have 2 slides like this, but it's important. So company culture and employee feedback. It's super, super important. Okay. And I will tell this in every episode, that your past experiences do not define you. What defines you is who you are today and who you believe you can become tomorrow. And this is the way you are presenting yourself. And this should be the way that you are, that the person who is talking to you, they should know that. Okay, that you are not presenting yourself as a fresh graduate that is completely lost and I don't know what to do, but you are presenting yourself as somebody, oh, I'm ready, I'm ready to conquer the world, I'm ready to learn, I'm ready for new challenges, I'm ready for new chapter, and I'm here to help you write new story with you together. Yeah, this is the energy. And be yourself. Everyone else is already taken. Yay. So yeah, and I can also mention this. So today I posted on LinkedIn, I posted something about our inner gifts, because everybody, like even you, me, everyone, we all have inner gifts. It's like, soft skills or whatever, but it goes beyond that. If you don't know what your inner gifts are, you can go to this website. And I recently became an HR manager for this company. And we are doing, recruiting and everything, like empowering people in very, very, very cool way based on human design. You can check about that. But what is really cool here, like we are integrating AI, so artificial intelligence, with some personal growth. Okay, so if you would like to know about your inner gifts, if you would like to present yourself to the employer in this matter, so you will have like some validation what is in you, like what are your strongest points, then you can go to this website, Human Design AI, make a chart, and just ask Bella. Bella is AI assistant, a very, very cool assistant, and she can answer questions. Like just ask, hey, Bella, based on my chart, what are my inner gifts? And you will have so much insight about how special you are. Yay! And then you can use that, of course, in your job interview as well. And that's it. That's it for today. Let me see the chat. Okay, there are some questions. Let me see. I got amazing opportunity to work in a company that is really nice, but the position is not fully my cup of tea. Do you recommend to continue looking or proceed? Like I already said, ask them. Ask them if there's any chance that you transition to this next position, sometime in the future. So you will see that you will have this clear path, and they will also empower you, in a way that you will be their biggest asset, that you will present their biggest asset. Huh? This is simple as it is. But if it's like super, if you think that you're gonna suffer there, then don't do that, because it's not worth it. Like your health and everything else, it's not worth it just for the sake that you join this company. If you open yourself to the universe, and if this is really your heart desire, there are going to be different opportunities that will bring you closer to this company, or people or whatever, that it will be more aligned with you. Okay, what if a company is presenting themselves differently online than what they are in reality? Job is great, but I don't stand behind their values. Just say no. Okay, just say no. Don't go against your values. This is my suggestion. Like everything what I'm saying, it's not, it's my perspective. Okay, and just take bits and pieces that you resonate with. Don't listen to me, oh, this is absolute truth, whatever Anja is saying. No, but I really recommend you, based on my experiences, based on experience that I have with companies, based on experience that I have with job seekers, with candidates, and there are like hundreds, thousands of them. This is the wisdom that I'm sharing. But no, if a company is presenting themselves differently online, that that this is a red flag, and it's not going to be okay. It's not going to be okay in a long term, and you will have to pretend there. You will have to pretend every time that you will be there. You will have to pretend that you are something that you are not. And this is not healthy. I started working remotely for a company with an older team. We can't seem to fit, and it's really hard to feel embrace company culture. Any advice what to do? Oh, that's really interesting. Just be who you are and do not look, like they have their own reality. They have their own beliefs. They have their own perception. And it has nothing to do with you personally, but they just live in their own reality, their own world. And now you came in, and you are shaking their reality. And that's why they are afraid. That's why they are rejecting. But if you put it on different perspective, so you are all human beings. You are all human beings. Like everyone, what you want to be. You want to be happy. You want to be fulfilled. Just try to connect to them on deeper level, on this human level. Don't be, oh, I've been here for like 20 years. I'm so much more smart than you because you just arrived. Or like you have no idea. Oh, your generation is so lazy, blah, blah, blah. Oh, your generation is so, you are so nagging, or like, you're really getting on my nerves, or like you have no idea about technology or whatever. You can empower each other because it's about integration. It's about synergy. It's not about who is different. Just go deeper, ask them for advice, ask them, but as a human being, not as an expert. Okay? Like, do you have a dog? Oh, they have a dog as well. Nice. You have a, meeting point, what you can talk about. Maybe they like mountains, maybe they like traveling or whatever. We are all human beings, and just try to connect to them on that level. I'm pretty sure there are a lot of, synergies and a lot of meeting points. Glassdoor sounds cool. I've never heard it before. Okay, now you have. Now you can start using it. What if we really the company, their culture, and some of the open position, but the salary is too low? What should we do in that case? Yeah, well, you can ask for higher salary, or like you can ask, like if there's any way, because you have certain expectations, and you can ask them, look, I have this kind of expectation. Is it possible that maybe I can be involved in some extra projects or whatever, like if I'm in sales position or whatever, that I can get that extra incentive? Just ask. Okay, just ask. And I mean, if you have certain expectations and they will be like, so much lower what they offer, I'm pretty sure you will not stay there, for long term. But you can still, like, if something is attracting you, like if something is, pulling you there, then there is a reason that you should go there. And yeah, that's my suggestion. I don't see any other question coming in, so feel free. Okay, perfect. Well, thank you very much. It was super cool. I really enjoyed it. Again, like I said, you can connect with me on Facebook, on LinkedIn. I mostly use LinkedIn. And yeah, if you have any question, just hit me up there. And thank you very much for all of your questions. I really, really like exchanging energies like that. And I wish you all the best. Seriously, like you are so, so, so special. You are so special. And even if you don't really, if you're not aware of how special you are, I am rooting, and I'm really excited about the day that you will find out, because yeah, there's a lot to celebrate. And I believe in you, and there is opportunity for everyone, each and every one of you. You just have to be authentic. You just have to be true to yourself, and the universe will show the way. Thank you very much. Have a beautiful day. Bye bye.